Coming up, with ICE presence increasing in the Valley, do you know your rights if they knock at your door? What you need to know from an immigration lawyer.
Es el momento de protegerse, momento de buscar sus documentos, momento de iniciar trámites para residencia, para ciudadanía, para renovación de visa, ¿verdad?
Plus, baseball is batting up for its season opener after its alumni game. KVAQ-Sports spoke to the team before the game.
And one Port Isabel park is getting a multi-million-dollar renovation. A look at those plans in minutes.
KVAQ-TV starts now.
Good morning, vaqueros. I'm Dayton Trevino, and I would like to welcome our new anchor, Pedla Cortez.
Thank you, Dathan. Hello, everybody. I'm excited to be here with you all for the rest of the semester. Today is Monday, February 9th, and this is the fourth spring edition of KVAQ-TV. Let's start today's newscast with our top story. Brownsville City Commissioner Linda Macias says immigration agents will have a stronger presence in the city. Victor, could you tell us more about ICE operations?
Para nuestra audiencia en español, de acuerdo con el proyecto de datos de deportación, el número de arrestos en 2025 por parte de ICE es 11 veces mayor que en 2024. Estos arrestos incluyen personas sin previos cargos penales. ¿Sabes qué hacer en caso de que ICE toque tu puerta? Aunque no puedo responder a esa pregunta, hablé con alguien que sí puede comentar sobre el tema.
Es el momento de protegerse, momento de buscar sus documentos, momento de iniciar trámites para residencia, para ciudadanía, para renovación de visa, ¿verdad?
De acuerdo con datos reunidos por la Universidad de California, Los Ángeles, el número de arrestos en 2024 de ICE en el estado de Texas se duplicaron en 2025, aunque el Departamento de Seguridad Nacional, o DHS por sus siglas en inglés, proclama arrestar principalmente a criminales. Datos de ICE muestran que más del 70% de personas detenidas no tienen antecedentes penales. Abogado Ricardo Ramírez recomienda a estudiantes en una situación vulnerable tomar ciertas medidas en caso de entrar en contacto con agentes de inmigración.
Mi mejor recomendación es traten de traer todos los documentos que respaldan su estatus aquí en su persona. Un estudiante internacional debe tener su visa, ¿verdad? Debe tener la visa pegada al pasaporte, debe tener una I-94.
Ramírez dice que el Valle se encuentra en una posición distinta al resto del país debido a la población mayormente latina. En otros estados, los oficiales de inmigración pueden detener a alguien por hablar español, pero en el caso del Valle, los agentes van por personas previamente fichadas.
Van a ciertos lugares donde ya tienen a personas identificadas que es donde trabajan, donde viven. No es al azar así como los vimos en otros estados, ¿verdad? Que nada más por el color de tu piel te empiezan a preguntar.
Si llegas a ser detenido por un oficial, Ramírez recomienda pedir sus credenciales para verificar su identidad, así como orden judicial en caso de un arresto o si aparecen en tu casa o auto. En caso de que los oficiales no cooperen, es importante seguir sus indicaciones para evitar una confrontación. En el caso del hogar, Ramírez dice que se debe limitar la interacción en la puerta de la casa en caso de no presentar una orden firmada por un juez. Si un oficial de ICE toca tu puerta, recuerda que ya es posible que tengan a la persona que buscan identificada. Si tienes un familiar detenido, comisionada de la ciudad de Brownsville, Linda Macias, recomienda llamar a las oficinas de ICE en Harlingen para confirmar si la persona está bajo custodia. Para KVAQ-TV en el estudio, Víctor Ortega.
In an update to one of our stories from last week, an organized protest against ICE was held on both UTRGV campuses last Monday. KVAQ-TV was on the scene.
I feel like there should be protests with whatever you believe in, whether that's even something I disagree in, as long as you use your voice to say what you believe in.
Abolish ICE, justice for Alex Petty, and keep families together were a few of many signs held by students during the Be the Hero walkout. More than 30 students attended the protest on the Edinburgh and Brownsville campus, advocating for human rights. Edinburgh Social Studies sophomore Noah Ramos says this was the first protest to be a part of at the UTRGV campus, and he hopes to see more gathered events like the walkout in the future.
This one is my first one at UTRGV, and I'm glad to support it. I do disagree with what they're doing, and I know there has been some popping up in Donna here and there in Harlingen as well, and I do disagree with what they do. I believe that everyone should have a chance to live the way they want to live, even if they're illegal or legal.
Unlike Ramos, computer science and English junior Brianna Terrazas has been to multiple protests in the past, including the No Keynes protest in McAllen on 10th Street last year. Terrazas says it's important to stick together as a community on campus due to the university student body being mostly Hispanic.
I have family who, currently I don't even know if they're safe right now, and it's I hate everything that's going on right now. I really want to make a difference, and if that is by standing here and, protesting against all of the atrocities that ICE is committing, then I will do that,
The walkout had a peaceful turnout on both campuses. However, Brownsville history junior Zaira Alejandra Matu says she was surprised to see only about 40 people participate on the Brownsville campus.
It's a nice feeling, but at the same time, it's strange to me that there aren't many people. UTRGV is a school that serves Hispanic students, Latino students, and it surprised me how many of us were walking. I'm always proud of representing my birth country, always proud of representing the country that taught me so many values, and my native language.
At the time of this newscast, there are no current scheduled walkouts or protests on campus. However, in a response to fatal shootings surrounding ICE, Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem says its federal agents will now be wearing body cameras for more insight during immigration operations. KVAQ-TV will keep you updated on that outcome. For KVAQ-TV in Edinburgh, Perla Cortez. On this week's edition of KVAQ Sports, we check in on UTRGV baseball as the team prepares for its spring season.
Hey Vaqueros, welcome to another edition of KVAQ-TV Sports. I'm Jasmine Espinosa, and today we have a few stories to cover, so let's slide right in. Baseball prepared the start of its spring season by hosting an alumni game this past Saturday. I spoke to head coach and players ahead of the game.
I think the nation's going to see what baseball in the Valley's like. It's going to be electric. It's going to be big-time energy, and people watching across the country and go, what is going on down south?
UTRGV's baseball season officially starts on February 13th against the University of Kansas Jayhawks. Junior catcher and first baseman Julius Ramirez says the alumni game will show him what to expect before the season opener.
We're excited getting to see the alumni that are going to be in the game, playing against us. We've got a very tough lineup that we're going to face, and some arms we're going to face. I think it's going to prepare us well for Kansas. And I'm very excited just to play against those guys, some of my ex-teammates, and it should be fun.
Head coach Derek Madlock says it's exciting to get back into the routine of playing as the team prepares for its season opener.
We're getting ready for a big start against great power teams that are outstanding, and that's what we like. That's what we do it for. And but it's exciting to go this weekend because we're going in routine of 6:35 on Friday, 6:35 alumni game, and then a 1:05 on Sunday. So we're going to get in script for that weekend before we actually open. So our process is going to be really good to be in it. Kids get a feel for it. And then when Kansas comes in, we've already been through it the week before.
The Vaqueros' first three-game series of the season will run from February 13th through February 15th at the UTRGV Baseball Stadium in Edinburgh. Over to women's tennis. After a tough start early in the season, women's tennis earned its first win. The team is aiming for another victory Wednesday at the South Texas Showdown.
We usually always do really well against Kingsville, and we were scared because we were down a couple players, but we just stayed calm and knew what we had to do and just took care of it on the court.
Junior Juliana Castelline and sophomore Marie Buckchina had a strong showing Sunday, February 1st against Texas A&M Kingsville. The Vaqueros won with a score of 6-1. Buckchina scored 6-3 in her doubles match and 6-0 and 6-4 in her singles match. Castelline scored 6-6 and 2-1 in her singles match.
It helps us with our confidence and seeing that everything that we're doing on the court and off the court, fitness and everything is working.
Sophomore Marie Buckchina shares how important it is for her to communicate with her partner in order to succeed in their doubles match.
It's really important because we had some losses with my partner, so it was the first match we won in a while, so it was so nice to win this match, so I'm really happy.
The Vaqueros had matches against the University of New Mexico on Friday and against the University of Houston on Saturday.
Results are available on goutrgv.com. Now on to our final story. Last week on Wednesday, head coach Travis Bush announced the signing of 27 new UTRGV football players for this season.
Offensive line players such as Luis Valli from San Antonio, long snapper player Agustin Renteria from FAR, and defensive line player Anthony Santos Coy are just some of the high school signees to join the team.
We're very selective and got guys we want. We turned some guys away, but to get it's about still finding the right guys to fit our culture, fit our mold, and finding those tough competitors that love to work and compete.
You can see more of the new players in action April 11th at the Orange and White game at the Brownsville Stamps Memorial Stadium. That's all for this week's edition of KVAQ Sports. Back to you, Dathan.
One Port Isabel park is receiving a major upgrade this year. Here's Ian Juarez with the story.
Most importantly, in Bejarano McFarland, to provide the children of this community an opportunity to be able to come here and enjoy the park.
Bejarano McFarland Park is the latest of several park overhauls happening in Cameron County. Just last year, La Esperanza Park in Brownsville completed its own set of changes. Park Outreach. Precinct 3 Cameron County Commissioner David A. Garza says the new overhaul will make Bejarano McFarland Park a local staple.
Making it an all-inclusive park, which means that children of all abilities, or adults for that matter, can come and recreate here at the park. There's probably close to 3,000 people that live in this colonia, and we thought that we needed to provide something here for folks to be able to enjoy.
Garza says the county partnered with Texas Parks and Wildlife for the funding of the project. He says the budget of $7 million will not impact residents negatively.
We don't use local tax dollars directly for the parks. It's done through the park system. Like I said, that is a enterprise fund that is fully funded by visitors to the area. We hope as more people start visiting this park, they'll stop in some of the businesses that are along Highway 100 and be able to contribute to the inner economic vitality of the business.
Some of the changes coming to Bejarano McFarland Park include a new basketball court, overhauled restrooms, water fountains, a splash park, and improved walking trail, the next step. These changes are a part of Phase 1 of a two-phase plan for the park. Garza says Phase 2 will include things like a kayak launch area and bird viewing area. Cameron County Parks Director Joe Vega speaks on the importance of the park for the local area.
Laguna Madre Bay is one of the most beautiful natural resources that we have here in South Texas. We want to improve the quality of life to the residents here of Laguna Heights, over 3,000 residents, and this is an underserved area.
Vega says the park has been improving since 2002.
It started out with a wood playground. This playground here is an existing playground, but we added a couple of inclusive features to this playground for kids with disabilities, and we did some native landscaping, and we installed solar lighting all around the area. So environmental friendly solar lighting. We want, since we're right next to the Laguna Madre area.
Construction for Bejarano McFarland Park is set to be completed sometime this March. For KVAQ-TV in Port Isabel, Ian Juarez.
Thanks for watching, Vaqueros. Catch our next newscast at 8:30 a.m. Monday, February 16th on VCast monitors and select social media.
For KVAQ-TV, I'm Perla Cortez.
And I'm Dathan Trevino. Visa, Vaqueros!